Welcome back to Whitt Acres. Today we're going to be doing a heavy-duty clean out of the pig pen. The ducks are down here at the pond, and it's a cool and breezy day, and we've actually been getting a pretty decent amount of rain this week. You can already see water accumulating in the big pond, and they're actually calling for rain to come here in about 31 minutes. So I want to try and get in the backhoe and do a little bit of work in the pig pen. With this rain, the pig pen's been turning into a swamp, and the ground is pretty soft here, but I don't have to go too far with the backhoe. Hawkbait, hoo-ha. Why are you outside? Samantha, you too. And Izzy. Why are you all not where you're supposed to be? Ladies, no. Why do you keep going so far? Is the fence down? I don't have time for this right now, girls. Be good. Gotta try and get the GoPro set up in there. Come on, pup. Hey, Lil Ro. How you doing, girl? Keeping your baby warm with this wind? Good. Dizzy, you got two babies. Good job. Pants? All right, yours are a little bit bigger. And Louise, everybody doing well. We're gonna have to get the big 14-foot gate open so we can get the backhoe in the barnyard. Hey, Jenny. And you might notice I'm still wearing my Holy pants. Got some leggings underneath today because it's a little bit cold. But I did try out the Levi's. I think they'll work sometimes. They did keep me a little bit warmer than these ones do. Now, I did notice whenever I was editing the videos where I was wearing those Levi jeans, it made me have dad butt, and that's just false advertising. Oh, Rufio, I'm not like you. I'm not there yet. So I think they're gonna work for the colder days, but I don't think they're gonna make me retire my Holy jeans yet. I've been running the American Eagle and Hollister jeans for about 8 years now. Pop. But as you can see in here, the pig pen is a pigsty. So I'm gonna try and get some of this scooped out. Good job, Rufio. I want to try and get this lowered down enough to where I can have that drain open again, so whenever it rains and all the water gets in the pig pen, it has somewhere to go. Right now, it's just too thick and soft. Good job, Rufio. So the water's not coming out of there. There's just too much organic matter. Good job, Rufio. So I got to try and get some of that scooped out, and I'm just going to kind of set it wherever I can. I don't have a lot of motion with the backhoe boom, so I'm going to have to get close and kind of scrape everything together into a pile and then back up and try and go ahead and scoop it out and set it to the side. But like I said, they're calling for rain in about 30 minutes. I want to try and get what I can done before the rain comes and makes a big mess with the backhoe. But we got to get this sunshade off first. I'm gonna have to do some by hand. Good enough. Coming in, pigs. What are you doing? You got your feeder up on your other feeder. Let me in. I know, you got it all cleaned up outside. Hold on. You guys have a little stacker going on right here. What's going on? Alright, I'll just give it to you like that then. I was making a mess. Why did you put that on top of that? That's really heavy. I can't move it as easy as you, Molly. Why would you do something like that? Ugh, silly pigs. Hold on, Pop. You can't come in here. The pigs are too big. Stay out. Get them some more feed. There you go, Sully. Molly. Spread out. Get something to eat. Pop. We got it all cleaned up out here. I even got fresh mulch on the chickens and the alleyway here. We got some inside the pig pen. We only really do half because they really mess up the other half. That lower half is going to collect some water too, and hopefully we can get it to drain out, but at least they have some dry ground up here now. You can't go in there, Pup. And it has been raining this whole time, but it's been pretty light, so I just kept working through it. Now I do want to get the tape measure out soon so we can get an estimated weight on the pigs. I don't have a specific date that they're going into freezer camp yet, but it's got to be soon. Now we got it cleaned up inside for the chickens and the pigs, but we kind of made a mess out here for the ducks. I'm not super happy about it, but I'm a little bit more proficient with the backhoe bucket than I am with the front loader bucket, so I wasn't able to pick up everything off the ground. I tried to spread it out evenly. Hopefully we can just get the grass to grow back up through there, but I don't think we're gonna have that happen anytime soon. But it was necessary to clean out the pig pen today, so it was a mess that we just had to make. I am hoping the rain washes this grass up a little bit and we can get it to at least stand back up and be green for the winter. I know the ducks are going to destroy the grass here in the barnyard over winter, but we want to try and keep it green for as long as possible. During the day we can still have them out to the pond to forage and over to the pasture, because that's going to stay green without the turkey and the chickens on it now. They're already enjoying it over there. But the barnyard is going to turn into a mess over winter. That's unavoidable. But with mud season starting, it does feel good to get fresh wood chips in the front of the barn here. Oh, and while Echo Pup was laying in the backhoe next to me, he laid right up against my dirty boot. And you saw where these boots were. Puppy, you're gonna have to get the hose again. Yeah. I was looking at the weather forecast and it looks like mud season is underway, so I don't know how much dry weather we're gonna have coming into winter. Let me check on Muffins here real quick. She did jump off her nest today, so I'm a little bit worried that her eggs went cold. Hey girl, nothing going on? Alright, good luck. Pup, the maternity ward's empty. But alright, Rufio, I think we've done good. But alright, that's going to be all for this one. With this rain that we're getting, the pig pen just became a priority and we needed to get it cleaned out. But we're still working on the other projects here, including the mushroom coop. And if you want to keep following along with everything here at Whitt Acres, make sure to subscribe down below. Hit that like button before you leave. And if you want to help support the channel even more and see videos before everybody else, check out that join button. Also, check out my website for nature-inspired designs on apparel and more. You can see me and Echo on the next one. Thanks for watching. Good boy. Molly, you got it all cleaned up.